see you transition. Don't sit. All right. Do me a favor. Switch. Y'all in money? Go switch. I don't know where your picture is. Okay. Challenge. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, this is a continuation of our activity on probabilities. How probabilities or guesses or things that likely may happen, certainly may happen. What do we know about probabilities quickly? We're going to roll rather quickly because we're already in groups. Raise your hand. All right, so you can use it in a sentence like, I'll probably do this or that. Okay, come on with it. Who else? What do you know about probabilities? Each group should have something to roll. What do you know about probabilities? What have you learned so far?
That if you use probabilities, you
You what? I'm waiting on you. Tiora, help her out.
probabilities is like mystery. Probabilities is like science, you know.
It relates to science. That's good. What else does it relate to? Keep going, son. I hear you.
It relates to statistics.
Statistics? Okay, it relates to statistics. Okay, that's a good word. You're using your robust vocabulary, Chelsea. It relates to social studies, so probabilities relates to social studies. All right, guys, you're in your group rotations. Back here, you have your experiment going. You read your directions. How many times should you spin that spinner? Why don't you read your directions and tell me about it? You'll go ahead and you'll start your probabilities quiz. It's there. Probabilities, and go back up. Probabilities, go back up. Probabilities and statistics, go there and take a quiz. Thank you.
Because you're mostly on the orange.
All right. And your challenge, take your seat. Use directions. Use the three spinners to create a fair and an unfair game for each. Explain your answers. Use the index cards. Use them front and back. You get 3 cards, front and back. So you're going to figure out some games. You're going to figure out some fair and some unfair games with these spinners. How could you make a game fair? And how could you make a game unfair? You got to get it in your group. I want to hear what you think about it. Each spinner has a card. And you have to come up with a fair game. And then for both spinners. All righty. You can just keep it and go ahead and get into your rotation. Guys, over in this group, we learned about probabilities. We learned about odds and evens. So I want you to make a prediction for me. How many chances do you think that the red spinner with 1 through 4, how many chances do you think it has to land on an odd number? Why twice? So it's only 2 evens and 2 odds. So what kind of chance does that make that? Does anybody know if you have, what kind of chance does that make the most likely or a,
Probably.
if you had, all right, if you had 2 purple fruities and 2 pink fruities, and you have 2 of each one, and the probability of you spinning for one of those to be odd and even, what is that? You have 2 on this side and you have 2 on this side. What is that? What word would you use to say that? What's that word? Equal, equivalent to. So they have a equal chance of being landed on. Okay, I like your terminology. Well, I got another tricky question for you. Tell me about this. We've got a dice. The dice has 1 through 6 on it. 1 through 6. Guess on it landing on a multiple of 2. What is the probability of this landing on a multiple of 2? 1 through 6 on the dice. Think about it. The numbers that are multiples of 2. What is the probability of this dice landing on it if you have 1 through 6? So you have one number that can go with, what is it? Y3. You got 3 even numbers on the die. So there is a 3 to how many chance? 3 to out of how many? How many numbers are on the dice? So we're going to say a 3 to 6 chance. How are we going to write that? 3, 2, 6. This represents the 2 with probability. Alrighty guys, now I want you to make a prediction for me. Let's predict. Let's predict. If we spin this spinner 50 times, if we spin this spinner 50 times, how many times do you think it will land on the bottom? Make an estimate, write it down, and we're going to come back and we're going to try it. Oh, is this a tough challenge or what? Uh-huh. Now, you know you got to find one that's a fair game and an unfair game. Okay, wait a minute. Have you counted how many sides you have?
Yes, it's 9 sides and like this.
It isn't fair? Well, how could you make it fair? Think about it. It's a way that you can make it fair, and it's a way that you can make each one unfair. So, say you got the one with the 4 on it. Would you put all 1s on there?
No, you would pick 1, 2, 3, 4.
And is that a fair? How would you set it up? What would be the rules to your game? Make it a fair game or an unfair game? You're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on that red one? So what are the rules to your game?
You can be unfair, but
You can make it felt like if you land like you can land on like if you land, this is how you make it unfair. Like if you land on like the even number, if you land on the even number, and if you land on the odd number, you lose and you have to get out the game. Like if you land on the even number, you stay in.
Because there are how many odds and how many evens?
and then if you like if it's not fair, that means that it's an odd number. If it's fair, it's an even number.
So that's one of your rules to your game? Okay. Come on up with some more. I'm listening to you.
Okay.
That's it. How you guys coming back here? Have you estimated? I don't see your prediction. How many times do you think it's going to land on your color? You said red. Yeah, you said pink. So,
Okay.
whose prediction is coming out right?
I can't draw.
Ah,
That's what I can't draw. She got red.
that's okay. Keep trying. If you keep doing it, don't say what you cannot do. Say that I will try my best to do.
What my pencil? We done. What my pencil? Keep going. Keep going. We're not done yet, because I have to do mine.
Yeah, you got 50 times. Take your time. Now, guys, guess how many times it will land on the 5? Make a prediction.
We got to spend 50 times.
Out of how many times did we say we're going to spend it? We're going to spend it 50 times. Let's spend it 25 to go really quickly.
She did bad.
Okay. Out of 50, so put 8 out of 50. Put 8 that call it to 50. Set it up like a probability statement. He chose the number. I can't give you his number. Let's do 25. 8 out of. So you think it's going to land on the number 5, 8 out of 25 times. That's your prediction. Let's test it. So out of 25 spins, you think it's going to land on 20? So it should be set up as 20 to 25. So you think it's going to land 2 times, 30 times out of 2 times? We're spinning how many times? Think about what you're saying to me, children. Think about what you're saying to me. Apply the knowledge that you know. So 5 times out of 25 times. Okay, that's your probability equation. Chelsea, let me see what you're thinking, baby. Set up one. How would you say? How many times do you think this spinner will land on 5? You gotta put it the other way. Because your larger number goes, yeah. The amount of chances goes on the 2 side. All right, let's try it. We got 25 times. All right, let's try it. Let's see if we can flip it over to the back. Let's see if we can keep up with the tally. Take a spin, Lonnie. It's not going to move. All right. Okay, that's 1 time. Take a spin, Zion. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, keep going. That's 4 times. That's 5 times, so that's 1 time out of 5. Keep going. 5. How many times did it land on 5? I saw 3 times that it landed on 5. So was your prediction correct?
No.
No. So in probabilities, tell me what you just learned about probabilities when you make a prediction about them.
What you think is not always right answer.
What you think is not always going to be the right answer in a probability problem. That's right. What else have you learned? What are they similar to? What are the probabilities similar to? I saw you writing something over there. You immediately wrote a what? What's that, a fraction? Ah, you put the fraction symbol, so you're letting me know that you feel like probabilities are similar to fractions. Okay, guys, we're going to get ready. And we're going to move on to the challenge. We're going to see